Yo, what's going on people? It's your boy Huncho, back at you again with another video. So on the channel I try my best to cover all different types of news from different places around the UK, covering a wide range of different topics, which does include violence against the police. Now recently we've seen some high profile police deaths like the Matt Ratana shooting in Croydon, and we've also seen the murder of PC Andrew Hopper, which I haven't actually covered, but I will be covering in a story video at some point in the future. But believe it or not, assaults against the police since the coronavirus lockdown have seen a 21% rise across the UK. So this next story we're about to get into wasn't within the lockdown period, but let's just say the police officer has been extremely lucky that he wasn't killed in this incident. On the 28th of October 2019, nearly a year ago now, a shooting had taken place on Fairfax Road in Haringey, and when police arrived they found an empty car with bullets riddled in it. A witness at the scene told police they seen a black Mercedes leaving the scene. After this, the Met Specialist Crime Command launched an investigation into the shooting. The following day, on the 29th of October 2019, officers were patrolling and they saw a black Mercedes on Tottenham High Road. Armed officers began to follow the vehicle as it turned into White Hart Lane. When the car pulled over partly on the pavement and stopped, PC Lewis Crowder approached the vehicle with his semi-automatic rifle raised and shouted, "Armed police, show me your hands," and then this happens. The footage that you've just seen was shown recently in court, where it shows the driver of the Mercedes by the name of Aydin Altun driving forward at speed, throwing PC Lewis Crowder onto the bonnet. The officer is then seen clinging onto the car as it accelerates, and then Aydin tries to throw him off by zigzagging across the road. After a few seconds, PC Lewis Crowder is seen somersaulting across the road onto the pavement, just missing various items of street furniture. At the end of the clip, a group of builders can be seen running towards the officer, who is seen clutching his head. Aydin then continues to drive off, but officers found the vehicle abandoned on Tiverton Road a short while later, and it was said that PC Lewis Crowder's phone was still wedged between the bonnet and the windscreen. After Aydin was identified a short while later as the driver, a manhunt was put out for him, but a day later, on the 30th of October 2019, he was arrested after he handed himself into Edmonton Police Station. He went on to be charged with possessing a firearm with intent to endanger life and possessing ammunition with intent to endanger life. He also went on to be charged with attempted murder, possessing a self-loading pistol, 9mm ammunition with intent to endanger life with others unknown, possessing ammunition without a firearm certificate in connection with the shooting that had happened the day prior, and dangerous driving. 4 people, 2 aged 17, 1 aged 18 and 1 aged 19 were also arrested on the 30th of October 2019 on suspicion of assisting an offender. They were taken to North London police stations but were subsequently released with no further action. Aydin's mother Susan Altun and his sister Hannah Altun were also arrested and charged with perverting the course of justice. So a trial was to go ahead, which has recently been wrapped up, and before the trial was to go ahead, Aydin would go on to plead guilty to dangerous driving. There isn't much in-depth details about the trial, but obviously what we've already gone over would have been explained to the court, and also PC Lewis Crowder had told the court about what happened to him when he was getting run over. He would go on to say, "I remember being scared for my life. I thought I was going to die. I remember thinking if this car is going to crash, I was going to die." The court was told that he was discovered lapsing in and out of consciousness and then was taken to hospital. He was treated for significant grazing and cuts to his head, elbow, knuckles and hand, but was later discharged after his injuries were non-life threatening. It was suggested that he was possibly protected by the armour worn by armed police officers. Aydin's defence team claimed that he panicked when faced with the armed response unit and had no intention to harm the officer, adding that PC Lewis Crowder's death or serious injury was not a necessary or desirable outcome for Aydin. After the trial had finished, Aydin was cleared of all charges apart from the charge he had already pleaded guilty to, which would have been dangerous driving, and it was also heard that he was cleared of attempted murder but was convicted of a lesser charge of attempting to cause grievous bodily harm. His mother and sister were also cleared of perverting the course of justice. So for Aydin not to be charged with the shooting that originally happened, and for him to be cleared of all charges brought against him, of course, you know, the ones that he was charged with, this does seem as if this was a genuine case of him panicking and running over the police officer. But could you imagine if he went on to kill this police officer? All this would have happened and it wasn't even him the police were looking for originally. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this in the comment section below. Give the video a little like, and if you want the latest drill, street and music news out of the UK, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. It's been your boy Huncho, and I'm out.